Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Entering the U.S. by swimming across the St. Clair River is one crime. What a Canadian man did once he reached Macomb County is another. A report you will see only on Local 4. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. I'm Devin Skillion.
I'm Kimberly Gill. This all had to do with a man named Jeremy Wallace, who's being held tonight in federal custody. He admitted to illegally entering the U.S. from Sombra, Ontario, then swimming across the St. Clair River into East China Township, then walking more than 16 miles to New Haven and a pawn shop. Sean Lay is live. Sean, this is just scratching the surface of this really wild case.
Truly, we want to show everyone what this was kind of like. We're on the Westcott, Detroit River, not as wide as St. Clair River, but we'll give you a drone shot to show you, give you an idea of how wide and how challenging that is. Guy from Canada on this side says he cannot get a gun on that side because he's convicted of a gun crime. His gun was confiscated, but a lot of ammunition was found in his home. Swims across the river and to steal a gun. He says that's exactly what he did. Now the question is, he was going to swim back. What was he going to do when he got back to Canada with a stolen firearm? You are seeing exactly what a Macomb County Sheriff's deputy is seeing as he navigates through this wooded area in New Haven. We see this through his body camera. Now we can show you the takedown of this man from Canada named Jeremy James Wallace. He was armed. He had a loaded handgun. He had ammunition on him. He was on the loose, causing nearby New Haven Elementary and New Haven High School to go on lockdown. It happened September 6th. Now Wallace is in federal custody. This federal complaint is eye-opening. It reads that Wallace told investigators that he illegally entered the United States, crossed an international border by swimming across the St. Clair River into the area of East China. The complaint reads Wallace was unable to obtain a gun in Canada, so he researched pawn shops that sell guns in the United States with the intent of illegally entering the United States and steal a firearm. And Wallace admits he did, dressed in a wetsuit with a flotation device and wearing swim fins with a crossbow pistol strapped to his back with 9 rounds of ammunition with him. He swam across the river at midnight September 6th, ditched the wetsuit, and then walked more than 16 miles to New Haven and went into this pawn shop twice. An employee tells us he thought something was up with Wallace. He directed staff to not sell him a firearm. Wallace then grabbed a .22 Sig Sauer handgun and 2 clips and ran. Employees gave chase. Macomb Sheriff's deputies responded quickly and found Wallace for this arrest. The stolen handgun was on him and was now loaded. Wallace stated that he was arrested in Canada on a firearms charge. His weapon was confiscated. Sources say his house was packed with ammunition. His plan was to swim back across the river and return home to Canada with the gun. All right, back here live along the Detroit River now. A lot of things stand out about that. That's a lot. But first of all, the pawn shop guys who we met today, they had a bad feeling about this. They didn't know he swam over until we told them today, and they would not sell him a gun. They just had a bad feeling about it. They said, do not sell that guy a gun. They're also impressed with Macomb County sheriffs who got there so quickly to chase him down in that wooded area that you saw. He is being held tonight in federal detention throughout his court case now. Question remains, there was a lot of ammunition in his house, guys, in Canada. They wanted to know what he was going to do, what the plan was, why he wanted a firearm so badly. Back to you.
A wild and bizarre case. Sean, we appreciate your report tonight.
All right, tomorrow night's deadline for a new UAW national contract looms larger as the rank and file held their latest in a series of practice pickets in Dearborn this afternoon. The union's president delivering another update within the past hour. Our business editor, Rod Maloney, live at Solidarity House to break it down for us. Rod, what do we hear?
Well, Devin, we heard a lot, and essentially Sean Fain is telling us that he is spoiling for a major strike here because he talked about some of the progression that they have seen in the negotiating table, and he said it is completely inadequate. Let's go over a couple of points. For wages, Ford is offering 20% over 4 years, GM 18%, Stellantis 17.5%. Fain says not enough. Tiers. All 3 companies looking to do a 4-year progression to full-time. Fain still is standing on his 90 days progression. Says that doesn't work. COLA. Ford, they say, want to stick with the old formula. He says the GM and Stellantis essentially are offering nothing. Again, inadequate. He said that for job security, work-life issues, and also retiree health care, all of those rejected by Ford, GM, and Stellantis. So he had this to say about this in a mere 36 hours before this strike deadline.
We're making progress at each of the three negotiating tables, but as you just heard, we're still very far apart on our key priorities. From job security to ending tiers, from cost of living allowance to wage increases, we do not yet have offers on the table that reflect the sacrifice and contributions our members have made to these companies. To win, we're likely going to have to take action. And just as we have approached our negotiations differently than we have in the past, we are preparing to strike these companies in a way they've never seen before.
Shawn Fain saying he wants to do what he's calling the stand-up strike, which is the flip side of the sit-down strike back in 1937. He says he intends to make history. He says essentially that if in fact they walk, they will strike all three if it's necessary, but they will not bring everybody out all at once. It's going to be targeted strikes, and it's going to require discipline from the locals. It's in essence what's going to happen, Fain is saying, is that the national representatives here will tell them which strike locations they will have, and only those locations. And then if they don't get what they want, they'll bring still more out, and then still more out if they're not getting where they want to. This is sizing up to be a very difficult couple of weeks here as this thing gets going here. Shawn Fain essentially saying that he's not giving on anything, even though the companies are saying that they're rejecting out of pocket a lot of what he's after. Lot to talk about. We'll be on top of this in the next 36 hours. We'll certainly have more coming up on Local 4 News tonight at 11. So for now, reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
And that lower clock there in the lower part of the screen keeps us mindful now, 30 hours away from the deadline. All right, Rod.
All right, from GMC to Jeep, it's been a day of big reveals to kick off the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, but now it's time to actually go for a ride. Pamela Osborne, live inside Huntington Place. Pam, you teased this an hour ago. I've been waiting for it. Are you ready?
Yeah, maybe. Here I am. I kind of lost my will a little bit, but here we are, and Yolo is our driver. We are inside of a Bronco. I'm going to hold on to this here because we are going up how high? 30 feet. And what's the angle? 40 degrees. Okay, so we are barely hanging on here, but this is one of the really cool things that you can do. If you come in, you can see the camera system allows us to see exactly where we are on this incline. But for right now, we want to give you a look at some of the other things that you can check out here at the North American International Auto Show. The new GMC Acadias are out and boasting Super Cruise, its hands-free driver assistance technology.
And this is the first GMC vehicle that is actually offering Super Cruise on multiple trims.
Catherine Weber gave us a look at some of the features she's had to keep secret until now.
We have a standard head-up display, which will project right here on the windshields.
From the driver's seat,
We have leather-pointed first and second row seats. We have, they're heated and ventilated.
to the passenger seats and trunk, there are plenty of little conveniences in addition to over 15 standard safety features. Over at Ford,
keeps that built for tough styling, but just gives it a little refresh.
we met with Austin Davis, brand manager for all things F-150.
This swings open, so you get the full 100 degrees right here.
This truck is a Power Boost hybrid. If you're using it for hauling and towing, this is a feature you might like.
Super exciting about Power Boost Hybrid is it comes standard with 2.4 kilowatts Pro Power on board, which is basically like a mobile generator for your truck. Power worksite, power tailgate, you can do anything with that.
All right, so back out here live. What comes up must come down, and that is what we're going to do now. But first, I want to show you this 360 view of where we are in space right now. And I guess go ahead, YOLO. I mean, YOLO. So here we go, heading down. And if you were planning to come to the North American International Auto Show, this is something that you can do and check out for yourself. Because again, it's one thing to see these cars, to learn about the different features of the vehicle, but it's another thing to get behind the wheel of one, or in my case, the passenger seat of one. Reporting live in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
That works too. All right, Pamela, we appreciate it. On Friday, we want to remind you some of the biggest names in the auto industry will be in one place raising money for charity. Local 4 will have special coverage of this year's charity preview live from Huntington Place at 7 p.m. on Local 4 and streaming on Local 4 Plus.
Sterling Heights police are citing one recent arrest as proof there's no such thing as a routine traffic stop. Last night near 17 Mile and Mound, an officer on patrol noticed a car swerving and hitting a curb. The driver stopped in the parking lot of Ace Auto Wash and another officer arrived. The driver and passenger, both 17-year-old boys, were acting nervously but consented to a search. That's when the officer says then the passenger resisted and this dropped out of the boy's pant leg and onto the ground. A loaded 9mm pistol with an extended magazine that had been stolen from someone in Sterling Heights. A black ski mask also happened to be found in the car. The officers also learned the teen with the gun had just been released from juvenile detention for robbery earlier that same day. He's back there now facing felony charges.
Today, a former prosecutor in Macomb County avoided more time behind bars. Today's sentencing for Eric Smith focused on state charges for misspending hundreds of thousands of dollars in public forfeiture funds. Smith apologized to the court before sentencing. In the end, the judge stuck to the terms of a plea deal. Smith got 4 years probation, must pay $25,000 in restitution to Macomb County, plus court costs and an $8,000 fine.
All right, cooler temperatures continue. Kind of has that fall feel, doesn't it?
It does, feeling like football weather and all of that. Let's check in with Kim Adams.
It is, and in fact, tonight's going to be the coldest night we have all week long. 61 right now in Pontiac, 62 in Mount Clemens, 66 at City and also Metro airports. One of the reasons why it's going to be so cool tonight is that we're losing our cloud coverage, and that cloud coverage acts almost like as a blanket. So looking at the visible satellite, everything just kind of dwindles away as we're going through the evening hours. So temperatures will drop rather quickly tonight. If you're headed to the Tigers game, it's going to be cold. After the sun sets about 7:47, temperatures are going to drop down into the 50s and all the way into the mid-50s by midnight. But tomorrow we do rebound to a high of 69 degrees, but we start out the day in the 40s, and parts of Michigan have a frost advisory. We'll talk about that coming up.